Welcome to the Transfer Exchange Show. I am your host, Kieran Stewart. Once again, this is about the 40th time I've said this today. I'm going mad, but it's all right because we're nearing the end. The finish line is there. The transfer deadline day is almost over. And to be fair to us, I can't really say we've kept too much on top of the transfers. We've just been out here delivering good content to you guys. From 9 o'clock this morning with Darren Lewis till now with David Weatherston. How you doing, David?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm pretending not to be tired, chirpy. I think I did. My eyes say different. Just look into the eyes. You'll see the song and it says tired.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been an okay transfer window so far with regards to how busy it's been. One transfer that did happen that we didn't expect from the last time that you was on the show was Martin Ødegaard. Is that pronounced right?
Ødegaard. Yeah, so that's really exciting, obviously, for Norwegians. Obviously, his name's been on the radar for many years now. I think it's quite easy for people to think he's sort of failed wonder kid, just purely because he's seen his name for so many years. But he's 22. He's been getting better every year, really. He's had his loans in the Netherlands, and last season he was very impressive with Real Sociedad. So, yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. I think a lot of people thought he would maybe get more game time with Real this year or this season. It's not really happened for him. I think Zidane's got a lot of loyalty towards the guys that have won the Champions Leagues for him. So it's understandable that he wanted to get out and get some football, and to see him going to England and Arsenal, obviously, with Ozil not playing at all, and it left a hole. Obviously, Emile Smith-Rowe filled that sort of hole in the 10th spot. But I think Ødegaard is definitely one to get excited about. He's a very, very technical, talented footballer.
What else could he bring to Arsenal that they haven't got?
I think he's very comfortable on the ball. I don't think the centre midfielders that Arsenal have got sort of comfortable on the half turn that he is. He's very aware of who's around him. When he's receiving the ball, his first touch is often good and away from the defenders. He's just he reminds me a little bit of Jack Wilshere when Wilshere was young, the way he sort of carries the ball as well. Just very comfortable and good at spotting passes as well. I think it's something that Arsenal have probably been missing this year, that sort of final pass. So I think the front four there now, if they get Ødegaard's playing well, and Aubameyang, if he can start scoring goals, obviously they've got a decent front four with Saka as well, looking really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Ødegaard, his goals and assist record for Heerenveen was outrageous, and then followed that up with an excellent season at Sociedad. And someone said it earlier on, they couldn't understand why he wasn't getting in the Real Madrid side when he got these stats in the same league that Real Madrid are in.
Yeah.
So you should be able. It's a sort of insight into what he could bring in that league. So it is quite surprising.
Yeah, I do think he'll get his time. I just as I said, I just think Zidane's got a lot of loyalty towards Kroos and Casemiro and Modric. It's difficult for Ødegaard to come in and replace them. There's going to come a time, I'm sure, where there'll be a spot in that team for him. And if he does well for Arsenal for the next 4 or 5 months, then every chance at the start of next season. I mean, the way Madrid's results are going just now, Zidane is probably in a bit of a shaky peg. So I think, if he can get himself some game time, Arsenal do well, then I don't see why he wouldn't be going back there to play next season.
Yeah. You said there's a couple of players that potentially are leaving Norway and could be going to other clubs. Who are they?
Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously last season there seemed to be a bit more interest in the Norwegian league in general, especially towards the end of the year, probably just with Bodø Glimt doing so well. It sort of put them on the radar. But Philip Zinkernagel joined Watford at the start of the month. He was the player of the year in Norway last year. He's Danish, winger. Hasn't really featured that much for Watford yet. I don't think I saw he was on the bench again tonight. So he's one. The other one's top scorer in the league last year, Kasper Juncker. Another Dane. I'm not 100% sure where he's going yet, but the rumour today was that there's been a bid from Genoa, so Serie A club. I think they're around sort of lower mid half of the table in Italy, so that could be a really exciting move for him. Scored, I think, 27 goals last year, so
yeah, I think
really good record.
Yeah. Good player.
Yeah, just a good link striker. Worked really well with the two wingers. Obviously, against Peter Hauge, went to AC Milan. I think that was probably after I spoke to you, maybe. He went to AC Milan. So Zinchenko, the right winger, Hauge, the left winger, and now Juncker. That's the front three for Glimt. All probably on their way out. So it's a bit of a shame for them.
I was going to say, will Glimt be suffer for this next season? Will they, or have they got ready-made players coming through?
Yeah, it's going to be tough to replace them. I think Zinchenko's had one of the best seasons in Eliteserien history, really. I can't remember the numbers off by heart now, but it's something like 18 goals, 21 assists or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And Hauge as well, hard to replace. They have a really good youth system. There'll be players coming through. They will sign some players. They've got some decent young players. It'll be difficult to get to that level again for them though. Yeah. And also there's other players that could easily be on the way out the door depending on what sort of bids come in, because I think they're talking about, I think, something in the region of €2.5 million for Juncker, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean it's 25 million Norwegian kroners. Pretty good money for them, and I'm sure there'll be bonuses on top of that based on how well he performs. And if other bids like that come in for the other players, then it's going to be difficult for them to turn them down.
When you with the players that have left Glimt, can you see next year's or this next season's league being a lot closer? And can you who can you see sort of challenging?
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer. I don't see Glimt having the season they did. Looks like Vålerenga are strengthening quite well. They've kept their striker who they brought in the summer, who scored a lot of goals. It's Kjartansson. He's an Icelandic striker. They've held on to Aaron Dinham and Osama Sarawi, who are two wingers that are really, really talented. Osama Sarawi is one to keep an eye on. I think he's 18, 19 years old. Looks like he's got a big future. But Vålerenga is probably one team that are looking like they could be challenging. Obviously, Molde as well will challenge. And it'll be interesting to see if Rosenborg can get back up to the levels.
What's happened to Rosenborg? They started to pull back some sort of form towards the end. But what's happened to them?
I don't know. Poor recruitment.
Nicholas Bentner-Jingston.
Yeah,
he was the top scorer over here when he came. Somehow, they actually won the league that year when he was here, so it's not his fault. No, I think they've not recruited very well recently. They've signed quite a lot of older guys as well of late, and I just think the other teams in the league have recruited better. They seem to sign a lot of players from Sweden that probably are not like quite good enough to be at the best team in Norway. So it'll be interesting to see how they do next year. They've got the probably the biggest budget in the league, so they should be competing. But they'll definitely be one of the four favourites. I wouldn't have them down as potential winners. So.
It'd be a shame if Glimt didn't sort of carry on the form that they'd had this season, because they've been a real shining light in that league. Yeah. Just goals. It's just fully attacking.
Yeah, it was really exciting. Obviously, 103 league goals in 30 games, which is some going.
Yeah, and it's a goal. It's a league for goals anyway. So to be shocked by something like that.
They held their own against some big teams.
Yeah, AC Milan.
AC Milan. I actually watched the game. That could have gone anyway. That could have gone anyway.
I mean, they'll still have the same manager next year, so hopefully they can continue playing the same way. Be interesting to see who steps up. I'm sure they'll. If they sell Juncker, they'll probably have to sign a striker. They've got a young Nigerian called Victor Boniface there. He looks really good, but he's had a lot of injury problems, so it's difficult to say whether he can be a regular for them throughout the season. Young boy Solbakken came in for Jens Peter Hauge in the second half of the season, and he did really well. But coming into a winning team that was with the momentum they had, it's probably a little bit easier than going into a new season. Expected to perform straight away. I mean, it was great last year. It was just whether they can do it again. It's going to be good to see, because it's a young team, a lot of young players, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah. On another note, one player that potentially could be moving this season is Haaland. There's a lot of clubs after him. Man City have got him as the top of their list. I know Real Madrid are interested in him. Liverpool, there's clubs all over. What do you think he would be the best move for him? Stay or move to one of these other teams?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. It almost looks like he's got to the stage where the Dortmund are relying on him a bit, and he's only 20, 21, is he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a difficult one. I think if you look at Man City, there's a hole, and that's number 9 spot. Aguero's done pretty much. His legs are gone. I don't think Pep is a big fan of Jesus. Like, I think he likes him, but I don't think he's 100% trusts him. So there's definitely a gap there. And with Real Madrid, I think Benzema's over 30 now as well. It's definitely a spot there. And I just think wherever he goes, he seems to have. He's got the attitude where he wants. I think he's got that sort of arrogance.
We've always spoke about with Haaland where he should go, whether it's Man City, would be Real Madrid, would be Man United. We never actually really thought about, should he stay where he is?
I just think. I don't financially. Yeah,
because he's at a good place. Germany's a fantastic place. He's, as you said, David, he's only 2021. Another year, 22.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at that league. It's a great league, and the support. I mean, obviously not just now, but the support the clubs get. It must be what a feeling it must be to play in front of that yellow wall at Dortmund.
Yellow wall.
I can't imagine what that must be like. It's good enough playing against sort of 3,000-4,000 people. Never mind.
That's on my bucket list.
No, I just think financially, I don't know who his agent is actually, but whoever he is. Well, I mean, there's your reason. There's your reason why he won't be there for much longer.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole agents controlling the market, but it's obvious that he is very keen on his clients moving clubs a lot, and if he moves to Real Madrid or Man City or another big club like that, the money the agent's going to get is going to be, I mean, it's not going to be life-changing because he's already got his life-changing money, but it's going to be.
I think I'd like to see him stay where he is for one more year.
I don't think it'll be a bad move staying where he is at all. And
I mean, they've got a lot of good young players at Dortmund as well.
If you look at his comments, he does actually say he's happy where he is. He'd like to stay. So I could see it happening. It's just when the powers that be want a player, money talks. And if Dortmund need the money, which it looks like they do, if Raiola wants his client to leave, which it looks like he could do, then that's where it will go. Then we have to we have to end it there, David.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because
No worries.
it's half past. But as a pleasure, always love to have you on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We'll definitely get you on again soon because we've got more
I've
players for you.
got a couple of months until the league starts, so I'll need to start doing my prep for the new season.
I need some research. I've sent quite a few players to your page, and they're going to be coming after me if the results ain't right. So no pressure.
Cheers, man.
All right. Thanks for that, David. I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Cheers,
thank
David.
you,
Take care, mate.
All right. Thanks to David Weatherston there, Norwegian expert. He tries to claim he's not an expert, but go and have a look at his page in a few weeks' time, and you'll see the level of expertise he has when it comes to that Norwegian leagues. He knows his thing, trust me.
You'll see, we had David on for a lot longer, about a month ago. So, go watch that. Yeah,
go and watch that. Go and check it out. Go and check out our video on all Norwegian players with Jerome. We are just about to jump onto another pod with ex-Man United class of 92 member Ben Formley. So, everyone, thank you for joining us. Peace out. Stay safe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe.
Come on.
Make sure you hit the likes and subscribe. I saw numbers in this one. Norway. I know you're watching Norway. We appreciate you. I saw the numbers on this one. Thank you. Please press the like button. Let the algorithm know. Let YouTube know that you like this page. Okay, send it up the top. Yeah? If you like this page, send it up the top. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button while you're there. And the bell button so you know when we're going live.
Yeah, the best people on the YouTube. Hit that like button.
Please. Peace out. Catch you in a bit, people. Class of 92. Ben Formley. And Nathan Ellerton as well. Peace out in a bit.